Good morning. I'm glad you could join me today. I'm still hearing from a lot of you that stress and anxiety continues to be a challenge. So I wanted to combine today's stretch with a little bit of stress relieving imagery as well. Don't roll your eyes. I was a little skeptical myself, but what we're gonna do is during the initial part of our stretch, we're gonna be doing just some deep breathing to kind of settle in and get our head straight. And what I'm encouraging you to do is that whatever it is that you feel you need today, if you need peace, I want you to picture a color that's peaceful to you, whether it's light blue or maybe like a golden white. Or if you need joy, if you need happiness, maybe your color that you're gonna think of is gonna be bright pink or bright yellow. And when we're breathing in, I want you to picture you're breathing in that color, and I want you to kind of picture that color coursing through your veins to your whole body, bringing in what it is you need. And on the exhale, when we're squeezing that abdomen in and we're exhaling that breath out, I want you to picture what it is you need to get rid of, whether it's jealousy, anger, frustration, and picture a color that goes with that particular emotion. It can be brown or black, or if you're dealing with anger and frustration, maybe that color is red. And when you're exhaling, I want you to picture exhaling and expelling that color with that emotion. I know it sounds a little silly, but I'm telling you, it works. So give it a try. So right now, let's just start our stretch today with our arms just relaxed on our hands. And we're just gonna do several deep breaths and add the imagery that we talked about. So whatever color it is you picked, I want you to just close your eyes. And when you take in a deep breath, just imagine that peace or that happiness or that joy coming into your body. And as you exhale out, I want you to picture that anger, frustration, whatever it is, exhaling and exiting your body. So let's do several deep breaths. And I want you to be able to hear yourself exhale. Breathe in. Push that out. Pushing out those negative emotions. Our arms are relaxed, our shoulders are relaxed. Let's do another deep breath in, expanding your belly. And out. Let's do it 2 more times. Takes a bit to get into that relaxed state. Deep breath in. And out. Again, get that color, get that emotion in your mind, and deep breathe it in. And exhale. Good. So hopefully your breathing is coming down a little bit. The muscles are starting to relax. So let's start with our neck. We're going to do the class today in a little more of a flow style. Instead of holding the stretches for a long period of time, we're going to try to flow from one stretch to the next so we have a little bit more movement involved. So we're going to start with our neck, and we're just going to try to loosen this up by tucking the chin. You should feel a stretch at the back of your spine, and then we're going to look up to the ceiling and back down. Keeping your shoulders relaxed and your arms relaxed on your knees, and back up. Deep breath in. Exhale as you tuck the chin down. Breathe in. And exhale, chin back down. One more time. Get a nice smooth movement going. And chin back down. Good. Now make sure you're up on your sits bones, your spine is nice and straight, shoulders and arms are relaxed. We'll get to them. Let's focus on the neck right now. The next movement is going to be rotation So I want you to look as far behind you as you comfortably can. And you're going to feel the stretch along the front of the neck and into your clavicle. So we're going to go to the right and then over to the left. Again, get to that end range. Look behind you and make sure that chin is as far to the side as you can. And the other way. Looking behind you. And again. Good. Keep your breathing steady. Maybe you can turn your head a little bit more now that we've done it a few times. Good. Push it through that end range gently. And last time. And the other side. Good. Let's get a deep breath in. And out. We're going to do our last neck range of motion. We're going to tip our ear to the shoulder. Now you're going to feel that stretch going from the ear down into this upper trapezius towards the top of your shoulder. And again, just let gravity kind of pull it down. Go to the end range so you feel a stretch, and then lift into the other side. Feel that stretch deep in the side of your neck. Back the other way. We're going to do this a few times. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Keep that breathing steady. One more time. And back over. Good. Now we're going to start to move our shoulders a little bit. So bring your hands to the top of your knees, and I want you to bring your shoulders forward and then back and then up to your ears and forward. So you're kind of painting a circle with your shoulders. So you want to draw them back, then lift them up, and then draw them forward and around and down. Good. Keep your lower arms relaxed so your elbows aren't tensing at all. Your wrists aren't tensing. We're doing all the motion from the shoulder. And just kind of picture that scapula coming up in the back and the whole shoulder girdle starting to loosen. Now let's reverse. So we're going to bring our shoulders forward, then up to the neck, and then back and down to neutral. So forward, lift, back, and neutral. Good. I'm starting to feel some blood flow into those shoulders. I hope you are. That's good. Forward, lift, back, and neutral. And forward, lift, back, and neutral. Good. Just make sure you're relaxed. 2 more times. And forward, lift, back, and neutral. Good. Now we're going to take one hand and we're going to place it on the mat. And we're going to take the other hand and reach it over. Good. I want you to look up to that elbow. And then the other way. Again, we're going to kind of get into a flowy motion. Reach over the top. Look into the elbow. Give it a second to stretch. And then back to the other side. Good. Bend. Look to the elbow, and then the other side. So we're gradually bringing the stretch down our body from our head to our shoulders and now to the torso and ribs. And if you find you can go a little bit further down with each repetition, then go ahead and do that. Reach. Maybe bend that support elbow a little bit more this time. Look up to the elbow. Feel that stretch through the rib cage. And let's do this a couple more times to each side. A little more bend in that support elbow. Good. last time. And the other way. Good. All right, we're going to transition over to our tabletop position. You're going to have to move, buddy. So let's get on our hands and knees. And remember our tabletop position. We have our wrists under our shoulders. My wrists, my elbows hyperextend, so don't look at mine. But you want your wrists right under your shoulders, and you want your knees about hip width apart, directly under your hips. So we're going to start here. And again, we're working on the torso and the upper back. So I want you to go into this cat position. And if you picture a cat stretching, and when we do this, we're pushing through the palms and we're pulling our shoulder blades to the side and feeling that spine open up. So let's just do that. And we're gonna put our feet together. I'm gonna go back into child's pose from here. Good, tuck the head and reach with your fingers. And now round your back and come back up into tabletop and relax the spine. So back into neutral spine. And we're gonna go back up into cat. Push through your palms, you're pushing the floor away from you, pulling those shoulder blades apart, rounding that back, and now come back. Settle the hips down back onto the feet. Keep reaching with your arms so you feel that stretch through your rib cage. Good, now let's lift the hips, round the back up, and relax the spine into neutral spine. We're going to do this another time. Up into cat. Push that floor away from you. Arch the spine. And then settle back onto your feet. Reach with the arms. Good. Now this time we're going to come up and go a little bit further. We're going to go right into cobra. So round the back up. And we're going to push the hips all the way forward. Good. Now from here, you can look up. You're going to feel a stretch on the front of your tummy. And the front of your neck, and now lift back up and into child's pose. Do a couple breaths here. Again, try to incorporate that imagery of that good color, that good emotion going in, and that stress and those negative emotions going out. One more time, in. And out. Good. Let's lift the hips and round the back up and forward, right onto the tops of your thighs. And let's look up. Breathe in, exhale out. Last time, back into child's pose. 2 nice breaths here. Just settle into gravity, reach with your arms. Good, last time, breathe in, round your back, push the hips forward onto your thighs, and look up. Feel that stretch along the front of your neck. Good. Now I want you to stay here, and we're just gonna roll the hips side to side. Now, if being in this arched position bothers you, you can go down onto your forearms and you can still do these hip rolls side to side. This feels really good on the lower back. Or you can do a halfway position with your elbows bent. So just roll onto one side. You can even hold it and feel that stretch along the front of your hip bone. And this way. Sorry, buddy. And this way. Good. You start to feel that lumbar spine and the hips loosening up. We're continuing to bring this stretch down the body. Good. Now I want you to curl your toes under And we're gonna go up into down dog. Nice and slow. Have your heels off the ground a little bit. And just hold it here. Let's let your shoulders sink in. And just hold this. You don't have to look up at me. Just sink into this pose. And give your body a moment to stretch. Good. Now I want you to walk your feet out. So we're pressing that heel down towards the ground. And kind of limbering up your hips and your knees, balls of your feet even. That's it. Good. Keep going. Great. Now let's put both feet back down. And we're going to take our right leg and lift it up. And then bring those shoulders and the chest back down. You should feel a nice stretch along that support calf. Just bring that upper leg as high as you comfortably can get it. You don't have to win any flexibility contest. Just get that leg in the back and feel that stretch on your support calf. Good. Now we're going to bring that leg down and pull it through your arm and come to rest on the outside of the leg. So for now, just stay on the palms of your hands and settle into this stretch. Let's do a couple deep breaths while we're here. Just look forward. Remember, you want to expand your belly on the breath. And then contract and pull that belly into your spine on the exhale. One more time. Good, and out. Let's go down to our forearms. You may feel the stretch intensify on your front leg a little bit. And let's go down, reaching the arms all the way out in front of you and rest your head down to the mat. Good, let's walk those hands up. Tuck in a little bit. Let's press our palms to the ground. We're going to curl that back toe under. We're going to lift up, bring that leg back, and back into down dog again. Good, have your feet, your heels hovering off that mat. Sink the shoulders down, we're reaching right through the fingertips. And now let's lift the opposite leg up. So if you did your right leg last time, our left leg is going up. Good. And make sure you don't let your hip roll. You want to keep those hip bones facing down to the mat. You may have to change your leg height a little bit to get your form correct. Good, now let's pull that leg through. So the knee comes between your hands and then settle down and rest the leg behind you. Good. Same thing, let's do a couple nice deep breaths here. I want you to hear your breath coming out. Down onto your forearms. Good. I'm gonna feel this a little bit more on the hip, which is good. Now all the way down, arms reaching, forehead to the mat. Good, you can walk your hands up. And we're gonna turn and put both our legs out in front. Good, so I want you up on your sits bones, nice straight spine. And first thing we're gonna do is point those toes down, so we're gonna get a stretch along the shin and the top of your foot. And let's do a deep breath up. And I want you to fold forward, reaching towards those toes. Try not to arch your back, but when you have to arch it, that's where you want to stop. And just come to rest in the position that you're comfortable in. You know, it might be here, and that's fine as long as you're feeling that stretch through the hamstrings and your back. If you can go further, just go to wherever you're comfortable and we'll go from there. So let's tuck the head down. You're going to feel a little bit more pull through your hamstrings even, and through the spine. Good. Let's reach those fingers out, and we're going to lift. Good. Now right from here, I want you to lift those heels off the ground and then fold forward again. As far as you can go. Let your arms come to rest and then tuck your head. Let's keep those heels out, toes in the air. Good. Reach with the fingers and lift up. Excellent. Bring your arms down. Now we're going to take our right leg and pull it over the left. Now we're going to take that left leg and pull it back. Good. So our right knee is on top. We're going to take our left arm and pull that knee in, and then reach that arm up and turn it to the back. So you should feel a nice turn in your spine as well as a pull on that glute. Good, let's bring that arm back up and around and lean back and switch legs. So now our left leg is on top. Pull that foot back so you get a nice stretch in those glutes. Now we're going to take our right arm, pull that left leg in, and that's going to start that stretch deep in the glute. And then we're going to take our left arm up and turn, rotate the spine, and look behind you. Make sure you keep pulling back with this arm so you keep that stretch on the glute. Keep your breath going in. Good, and out. right, we're gonna continue with the glute stretches. I want you to go back onto your elbows. So unwind from that. And we're gonna come to rest on our elbows. And we're gonna take our right leg and cross it over the left. Now I want you to press away from your body with that right knee, and then use your left leg to bring that leg back. And you're gonna feel that tug in the glute. If you don't, press forward with that knee. If you just let the knee go floppy, you may not feel the stretch as well. So press that knee away and let's make it an active stretch. So we're gonna tap and then pull it back. And tap and back. Good. Keep that knee pushing away from you. The bent knee is pushing away. Good. One more. Good. Let's drop that leg down and take that knee off, and let's switch. So our left leg is coming up and crossing. We're going to press that knee away, and then with our right leg, pull it back towards you till you feel that nice pull in the glute. Again, try not to let this leg flop. We're actively pressing. And now let's tap and bring it back. And tap and back. Good. Excellent. Hold that. Press away one more time. Good. Now rest that leg and take the other one off. Right now we're going to go all the way down to our backs. I want you to straighten your left leg out, and you can pull your right leg into the chest. Good. And I want you to just hold it here for a second. Let's do a nice breath in and out. Now I want you to take your right arm and place it to your side in T position, and use your left hand to draw that knee across your body. Good, and we're going to hold it right here. Now if you need to bend your bottom leg, you can do that. And you should feel this through your lower back. You should definitely feel it through this glute. And you can even feel the top of your hip open up and stretch. Good, let's pull that back. You can even use your hand to assist you if you need to. Let's switch. So we'll put our right leg down and grab that left leg up. Left arm goes out in T position. Right hand comes over the top of the knee to draw it across. If you want to straighten or bend your bottom support knee, you can do that. If not, just keep it straight. You can also, to assist you, you can put a pillow under this knee. Like if your knee is up here, if that's where your end range is, and you want to relax that knee, you can just rest it on a pillow. You can even rest it on your hand. This is a great stretch for back pain. I recommend this stretch to pretty much all of my patients with back pain. Couple more breaths. Good, so let's bring that knee back up. And then we're going to bring the other knee up to follow. So we've got both knees in, and I want you to grab and hug your knees into a tuck. And we're just going to roll forward and back. Good. And now side to side. It's very soothing to the lower back muscles. Good. So let's get both arms out in T position now. And we're going to get the knees to about a 90 degree. And then we're going to drop both knees over to one side. Keep those arms in T. Keep both shoulders on the ground. We want all of the motion to happen in the lower back. Good. And use your abs to pull these up, keeping them in a 90 and over to the other side, and let them rest. Both shoulders are on the ground. Good. One more time to the other side. While this stretch is happening, just use your breath. Breathing deeply in, exhaling the bad out. If you need to close your eyes and just go to your happy place, do that. Let's pull those knees up and over. You might hear some crunching and creaking like I do. And we're going to do several deep breaths here, so close your eyes if you want. Good. So let's bring those knees back up. And rest both feet on the ground. Now we're going to take our right leg and lift it straight up, kind of perpendicular to the floor. And I want you to pull your toes back towards you. And if you can, grab your toes. Now if you have a towel, you can grab a towel and put it around your ankle and use the towel to give you that flexibility. So we have plenty of time. If you don't have a towel, just go grab one. But if you can, you're going to reach for that toe, try to keep that leg straight, and just allow this to stretch all the way to your hamstrings, your Achilles. If you feel that start to let go, you can draw that leg a little bit closer into your chest. Good. The last step is we're going to grab behind the ankle and lift up, forehead to knee, or forehead approaching knee. Good. And relax down. Bring that leg down to the floor, and let's bring the left leg up. Good. Start at perpendicular. If you can go a little bit beyond that, that's great. And pull those toes back. Grab that toe. And just let your leg relax into the stretch. It shouldn't be painful. If you feel it releasing and you want to pull that back a little bit more towards your torso, you can do that. Keep your breathing steady. Don't hold your breath. I know if the stretch is uncomfortable or it's a challenge, you may want to hold your breath, but try not to do that. Good. And the last step here, we're going to grab behind the ankle, lift your chin up to the knee. And relax back down. Good. Now we're going to take both legs up and we're going to put the bottoms of our feet together. We need to stretch our groin a little bit. So however close you can get to this, if you can get to here, that's fine too, as long as you're feeling that stretch through the groin. If you can get the bottoms of your feet together, get your knees out to the side, pointing away from you a little bit more, and pull those feet in towards you, you'll feel a good stretch in that groin. So let's do that. Pull those feet towards you. Your legs and your hips are relaxed. Your arms are doing the work here. So grab your feet and just gently pull those feet in towards your belly. Keep the hips relaxed. They are not doing the work here. They are passive. And let's rock side to side. Good. Keep pulling in towards your belly. Good. Keep that stretch on the groin. Excellent. Okay, come to rest. Now we're going to put our right foot on the ground for support. And we're going to put our hand under your foot. And then we're going to straighten that leg out slowly. Good. Try to get it to whatever position you can hold with a straight leg. If it's here or if it's here with a slight bend, just want to get that hamstring. But we also want to get a little bit of groin in there. Good. Let's hold that. Good. Bend that back in. And let's rest that foot on the ground. Then grab your other leg. Our hand's going to go on the bottom of the foot. Knee is pointing out to the side. And then when you're ready, just slowly extend that leg out. And then point the toes down so you're pressing out with your heel. So you should be feeling this on the inside of the leg, in the groin area, and then in the hamstring. I know this can be a tough one. So again, if you can get to here and you're feeling the stretch in those two positions those two areas we're trying to do, that's fine. If you can get that leg straight, get that toe pointed down, that's great too. You're not going to get to the maximum of this stretch overnight, that's for sure. Good. Let's bend that leg and bring it back in. Very good. So let's come on up. I'm going to face forward and we're going to go into a straddle, working towards the end of the session now. And again, this straddle is going to be according to your flexibility. If your straddle is here, that is 100% okay. The stretches we're going to do, you're going to feel them in this position. If you can go a little bit further and stay up on the sits bones without rolling. If you're rolling back, then your legs need to come closer together, okay? So make sure you're up on your sits bones and your legs are comfortably in a straddle. So what we're going to do is I want to work the sides of your spine, obviously the groin and the hamstrings. So let's start by going down on one elbow. The other arm's going to come up. And we're going to rest here for a couple seconds. And then we're going to go to the other side. Forearm is down, arm overhead. And again, elbow over and relax. Good. I'm going to do this several times. Last time right. Stay up on your sits bones. Reach. And last time left. All we're gonna change our position a little bit. We're just gonna rotate so that we're reaching across, okay? Our belly is facing down, so we're reaching across with that arm, and then we're gonna switch. Reach across and switch. Reach, try to reach towards that toe. Feel that stretch and that elongation along this side. Good. Reach for the toe. You can tuck your head to get a little more stretch. Reach for the toe. Good. Reach and tuck. Reach and tuck. Reach. Let's do 2 more times to each side. Again, both sits bones on the ground. Don't lift your hip like that, okay? Keep those sits bones there. And last time, reach, tuck. Good. Reach and tuck. Good. Now for this last one, there's a couple ways you can do this. If you don't have a lot of flexibility in the hamstring and the groin, I want you to walk your hands out. And as soon as you feel that stretch, you stop there and you're gonna hold it. And then you're gonna intensify by just bending at the elbow and going a little bit lower. Now, if you're a little bit more advanced and you're stretching and you wanna take a breath up and you wanna fold at the waist and come down this way, then you can do that as well, okay? So let's get ready for the stretch. So whichever way you're gonna do it, you can walk your hands out. I'm gonna take a breath in and fold at the waist. And we're gonna come to rest wherever you're comfortable, okay? So let's hold it here. Let's keep those breaths going. Relaxing the legs. Just let gravity do the work here. Good, let's walk the hands up. This is a tough one. Get your position proper, get up on those sits bones, and let's do it again. Either walk your hands out, or breathe in, fold at the waist, and come down. Good, let's walk your hands in. Excellent. Grab under your knees, lift those up into a seated position again. Let's have our arms come to rest back on our knees. And let's do a couple deep breaths to end our session. Close your eyes and just relax. Again, we're breathing in those positive emotions that you need, joy, peace, and pressing out frustrations, anger, jealousy, general frazzledness. One more breath in. And out. All right, everybody. I hope you can go forward and have a great day. Thanks for joining me.